Today, God assures you that you will persevere. The barriers that hinder you are disintegrating. The gates and bars confining you are opening autonomously before you. Although you may not perceive a change, progress is occurring. Awaken your perception to discern in the Spirit what I wish to reveal to you. The issues and obstacles are diminishing. The confrontation with you now reverses as the adversary withdraws completely. You are not outnumbered. Those who support you outnumber those who oppose you. Supply is available precisely where required. The essence of your faith now materializes as actuality. Debt is being annulled and eradicated. New opportunities are emerging. You shall traverse the waters and exert dominion over the storms, which shall comply with your wishes. I committed, and I have fulfilled it today with your heartfelt plea. Proceed with anticipation. Proclaim decisively. This is your turnaround time. This marks the commencement of your new day. This is it. The parched, fissured soil of past possibilities is transforming into the tangible expectations of today. Obsolete practices are fading. Emerging fields are transforming your character. Those in your vicinity will recognize that you have been in my presence. Weakness is diminishing, and the strength I unleashed on Pentecost is saturating you with grace. Miracles have become your new standard. Radically answered prayers will become commonplace as you lead a supernaturally natural existence. In this experience, you will perceive profound depths emerging as you attain a new comprehension and a level of intimacy with me that you previously deemed unattainable. The ordinary and terrestrial do not engulf you, dear one. You are ascending in the day star of my promise to unprecedented heights and accomplishments beyond your imagination. God instructs today to proclaim to the rock, I am the foundation of your salvation, and I encourage you to rejoice and commemorate the significance of this day for you. Men murmur in the abode of idolatry, whereas my people exult with mirth, adoration, and festivity in my sanctuary. The Father advises us to rejoice. Enter my presence with joy and celebration, for this is your time of blessing and your current season. The Father declares, my spirit resides in the profound depths of the earth. My strength is in the mountainous fortifications. All of this is crafted by my hands, which now cradle you in safety, security, and provision. You will not lag in any aspect of life. No deficiency or requirement will be unaddressed by my benevolence and magnanimity towards you. Accept this day of my generosity and provision. Your adoration and reverence exalt me. You belong to me, and I belong to you. You are the sheep of my pasture, guided from the thorns and traps of the adversary into the verdant meadows and tranquil streams of my benevolence. God advises against seeking vengeance today. I am the deity who bestows rain onto both the righteous and the unrighteous. This perception of unfairness is solely a human viewpoint. Avoid being the individual who fixates on the unresolved decisions of others. Allow me to handle them. Concentrate on cultivating your salvation by directing your attention towards your actions rather than the transgressions of others. The harsh rhetoric and abrasive conduct of others will eventually cease. Rely on my fairness and maintain your distance from such tainted ideation. Lot was troubled by the malevolent actions of the Sodomites, yet he opted to reside there. What decisions will you make today? Will you engage with the discourse of immoral individuals and their prescribed focal points for your attention? Do not permit such notions to infiltrate your thinking. Protect your heart with utmost vigilance by maintaining your focus on me. Bear in mind that accomplishments are not achieved via strength or might but by my Spirit. Are you a tool accessible to me? Consequently, that is the one priority. Entrust the remainder to me. God proclaims now that there is no retreat. There is no use in yearning for what has passed and will never return. Release. Proceed onward. Exhibit determination. Devote oneself to future endeavors and disregard the remnants of the past. The Father instructs us to refrain from looking back, reflecting, or reverting. Maintain a forward-looking perspective toward the forthcoming day. You are entering the greater realm that I have prepared for all who follow me unreservedly. Release all reservations. This pertains to adhering to the leader towards a more promising future. Are you prepared for the addition of all elements? Continue pursuing the kingdom. I am augmenting you, and I am compounding you. I am augmenting you by the elevation of heaven as you opt to exist in surrender to my promise, my word, and the guidance of my Spirit continuously and daily. This is your turnaround time. The wilderness is receding, and glory is descending upon you and your territory. Therefore, the Father proclaims joy. Embrace the novel and refrain from longing for the obsolete, which cannot replace the vitality of my current contributions to your life. God proclaims today, embrace my strength. The route ahead concludes. Your tenacity will be duly repaid in due course. Prioritize remaining in a state of obedience, even when the surrounding circumstances are not comprehensible. When you contemplate surrender, remember that I am here to propel you onward. The competition does not favor the fast, nor does it favor the strong. When life's challenges burden you and your strength diminishes, inhale my Spirit and exhale all weakness, grief, and frustration. Recall, states the Father, that I embody an easy yoke and a light burden. I do not value burdening you with debilitating grief or an overwhelming sense of despair. A wrinkled brow and a downturned mouth lack any spiritual significance. When you experience these deceptive burdens, alleviate them. Recall, yoke simple. Recall, burden light. Everything else is merely a blessing in progress and imminent triumph. Every fight concludes when you maintain your faith in me. Once the smoke dissipates and the dust settles, you will remain unscathed and timely for the fulfillment of your deepest aspirations and greatest dreams. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family and write Amen in comment. Today, your gratitude is acknowledged by God. My name is exalted in your existence as you express gratitude and offer hymns in my honor. Allow your mouth to extol me. Awaken your heart to worship me in spirit and truth. Adoration constitutes a form of spiritual combat. You rise in reverence and fall in conflict. Adoration and reverence in your life disperse the clouds and unveil the heavens. As you extol me during the night, My benevolence ascends like the rising sun, dispelling the gloom in your existence. By honoring me in worship, I will instill joy in your heart and enable you to succeed in any situation. Explore the profound depths, including the vast depths of my thoughts toward you. The ignorant and unreflective will never comprehend the unfathomable levels of intimacy and knowledge I have shown to all who trust in my name. Do not be sidetracked by the apparent impunity of others. Eventually, retribution is administered by my hand. Maintain your focus on me. Refrain from passing judgment or becoming sidetracked by the decisions of others that oppose my will. The adversary shall be annihilated. The wicked will be dispersed, but I will elevate your status and anoint you today with new oil. Today, God declares that He is safeguarding you in the concealed sanctuary of His presence. To uncover my secrets, proceed to the concealed location. I am revealing to you concealed truths, unknown from the inception of the world, in the shadow of my presence. Your inquiries are being answered by my subtle voice, even in the face of hardship. Responses to inquiries are forthcoming, and formerly locked doors are now wide open to you. You have inquired and lamented, "How long, O Lord?" And my message to you today is one of immediate rescue and the unlocking of old doors that will bestow unprecedented favor and regeneration upon you, declares the Father. I am also granting you favor throughout this season with people from whom you require help. Do not hesitate to publicly confront the adversary or his attacks on you. I am your sanctuary. Seek refuge under my protection and find solace within my embrace until the tumultuous affliction subsides, and the overwhelming calamity is rendered powerless against the shield surrounding your existence. While others may falter and many may reach their limits, such occurrences shall not affect you if you ground yourself not in the futile assurances of human solutions, but in the celestial guardianship of those designated from the inception of the world to support and oversee you in all your endeavors. You shall not waver, nor shall you fail, and you will realize the complete fulfillment of all that I have pledged. God declares today that as I possess time, you also possess time. Before the emergence of the mountains, you were sacred and blameless before me in love. This is the election in which I have selected you and designated the course you shall follow now and perpetually thereafter. Your name is inscribed in my book, and your days are chronicled, declares the Father, and it is not a tale of tragedy or despair. In a millennium, you will celebrate the fidelity exhibited by my hand during this period of your existence. The adversary is being repelled, states the Father. They are swept away by the deluge, yet you flourish in my mercies daily. The bloom of humanity emerges with dawn and is severed by dusk, yet you shall remain resilient when all else succumbs to defeat. The Father advises against lamenting the passage of time. Rather, He urges the redemption of time via engagement in His kingdom, assuring that He may do in a single day what one might believe would require an eternity. Do you believe this? Thus, may it be granted to you as you have declared. God declares today that I am instilling my mercy within you. My fidelity secures your position in the sky and integrates the heavens within you as your spiritual milieu. The Father proclaims that heaven is your inherent domain on earth. You originate from a higher realm because I exist within you, and I too am from that higher realm. You are not from below. The authentic self that lies underlying the superficial facade is created in my likeness and embodies my essence. The Father advises them to mature into that stature. Permit the incorruptible seed within you to flourish and permeate every aspect of your life. What can be juxtaposed with or contend against my inner self within you? Your association with the cross elevates you among the sons of the powerful. As I exist, so do you on the planet. What is my current state? The Father asserts that he is not ill. I am neither distressed nor destitute. Claim this for yourself by bold acts of trust. When did you last traverse water on foot? You possess the ability to walk on water. You possess mastery and control over all the malevolent forces, for I reside inside you, and my throne is firmly established in you. Despite opposition from all directions, I will demonstrate my greatness and authority on earth, ensuring you emerge from the conflict with your testimony preserved. God proclaims today, enter the gates of Zion. The route is unobstructed, and the pathway is accessible. Dominion and sovereignty commence today, not alone in eternity. Your new birth emanates from the Zion of my dominion. Spiritual Zion represents my internal dominion within you, and the expansion of my governance shall be perpetual. Resolve in your heart to be governed by God on earth. Your character and life reflect my control, and therefore you shall rise to the heavenly throne experience designated for you. The Father asserts that you are neither excluded nor disqualified in any kind. Your name is inscribed in my book, and no individual can erase it or undermine your identity as I define it in my kingdom. Rejoice and be profoundly joyful, for your righteousness is not derived from your endeavors or the privileges of your lineage or social position. Your entitlement derives from me and is conferred upon you through the power of the shed blood of Calvary, rather than any other criterion. This is your legacy and your bequest, declares the Father, for you have cherished me and embraced the favorable proclamation, even now. God proclaims today, I am your safeguard. Your trust in me will not result in any reduction or diminishment of your being. The adversary shall not seize anything from you, for I have encircled you with combat angels to safeguard and defend you on all fronts. I have obtained security for you since I serve as your defender. I am your ransom today. Your pleas are acknowledged, and the currents of my mercy rejuvenate each morning, ready to meet your every requirement. This is your celebration, and this is your respite. Find solace in the rejuvenation of my spirit, assured that the burdens of life are entirely within my vigilant oversight. I am a great deity, and my benevolence is your share today. I am prepared to bestow blessings and am resolute in my willingness to forgive. The abundance of my benevolence is your inheritance, for I heed your every supplication. In times of distress, you will invoke my name, and I shall respond positively. While you venerate at my altar, I shall elevate you from the tempest and establish your footing on the foundation of my fidelity. Despite the arrogance of adversaries and the schemes of malevolent individuals, you shall not be impeded, for I am beside you, guiding you safely and punctually toward the realization of your destiny. Before the video continues, please comment, Amen, and please help me by doing super thanks. Your support means a lot to us. Today, God assures you of His protection. The marks of failure and injustice have been eradicated. Today, you are granted deliverance, and the sins of the past are now as pure as snow. Sin shall not exert authority over you, declares the Father, for I am your purification and your redemption. Obtain the mercy that emanates from my throne for you today. Seek forgiveness and, indeed, forgive yourself. I am disinterested in witnessing your suffering among the gravestones of remorse and self-blame. Your transgressions are absolved. The past remains in the past. Release. Proceed. Today, be among those forgiven by God, for I have purified you, thus, you are cleansed. Are you displeased with yourself? Refrain from doing so. Sin is inherent, and human nature consistently inclines towards transgression. Abandon self-loathing. There is nothing virtuous in self-deprecation or indulging in guilt and shame. Experience the revival of the breath of heaven upon you. Let joy supplant grief and humiliation. Embrace my mercy and accept it as a divine gift bestowed onto your life at this moment. This day, mercy and truth converge in your circumstances. You are emerging from the depths of failure and wrongdoing, and your integrity will precede you into a promising new dawn. Today, God asserts that your worth surpasses that of numerous sparrows. Nothing in your life occurs without my awareness. I am perpetually present and diligently working on your behalf to manifest the assurances of my word as your continual experience and result. Have confidence in my methodology. Embrace my objectives. Your existence transcends a mere collection of arbitrary events. Your existence holds meaning. Your existence is significant and your life holds value. Dispel the politics of despair and hopelessness. This day marks a new opportunity and season to engage in profound obedience to my word and the prompting of my spirit within your heart. Locate your position at my altar today, proclaims the Father. Understand that my courts are fully accessible to you, allowing you to walk upon the pavement stones of my throne room. Offer your praise as the morning sacrifice and your adoration as the evening oblation. Understand that I am your fortitude as you traverse the valley of Baca. You will progress continually and achieve greatness, for I am your source of light and protection. You will fully partake of my grace and glory as you walk righteously before me. Today, God proclaims that He is bestowing the oil of anointed solidarity and togetherness upon His people. Individuals who have exerted effort and engaged in conflict will set aside their disparities and enter a new realm of maturity. The oil that flowed down Aaron's beard, saturating his clothing and sandals, is currently being poured out over my people today. Proclaim to your spirit, I shall partake. Assert to your brother and sister, I will never abandon you nor forsake you. The tribes are assembling, and the populations are uniting for a significant manifestation of my spirit, commencing in harmony and exhibiting strength. The latter rain and the former rain are being restored to my people, declares the Father. Individuals who have diverted and misled my sons and daughters will be appropriately addressed as a new great awakening descends globally with immense strength and grandeur. You are a recipient of that splendor and will enjoy as the first fruits of the outpouring that I am bestowing onto the planet in these times, declares the Father. God proclaims today, I am not a distant deity. Others make decisions and mistreat one another as if I am not observing. Seek solace in me, for my wind is sweeping away the chaff and igniting the wood, hay, and stubble of human thought. Heed my voice, declares the Father, and refrain from succumbing to the inclinations of the masses or the fallacies of worldly knowledge. I have summoned you to traverse the ocean while others remain on the deck, offering only accusations and justifications. The key of David is in your possession today, declares the Father. Claim your entitlement and understand that the lion and the bear will be defeated and vanquished, even today. The colossal figure who derides and brandishes his fist at you, you shall decapitate him as a testament to my fidelity before the populace, declares the Father. This is your share, and this is the introduction, the indication of all the positive prospects that await you. Today, the baton is being transferred, as stated by God. Those who have completed their journey and diligently adhered to my design for their lives are observing your subsequent actions. The multitude of witnesses observes from the celestial realm, offering fervent support, aware of my profound affection for you and recognizing that your journey is currently unfolding for a purpose yet to be fully comprehended. The Father instructs us to maintain control over our flesh. Do not permit the innate human instinct to determine your subsequent actions. You are not constrained by temporal limitations or the circumstances of your origin. I am traversing eternity to enter the chronology of your existence to dismantle the constraints imposed by others and those you have imposed upon yourself. Are you prepared for the open portal and the abundant celestial outpouring? The Father declares that they are your share. On the precise terrain where the adversary predicted your defeat, I shall grant you complete triumph in an instant. God declares today that He is removing you from the potter's wheel. I have created you, and I have shaped you. I have shaped you as a potter shapes clay to create a vessel for my purpose. I have selected you as a vessel of honor and appointed you to experience the whole of my love in its height, depth, and width. Partake completely and inhale profoundly of my benevolence today, for you are neither dismissed nor neglected in any kind. Plan A remains an option, dear. The adversary has fabricated falsehoods and attempted to mislead, but this will cease. Men have claimed you are irreparably flawed and unworthy of what I have pledged, however their words are not guided by my spirit. Always bear in mind that I am the deity of second chances, as well as third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and beyond. Human bigotry shall not constrain me, hence, you shall not be restricted in enjoying my mercy. Grant them forgiveness. Grant yourself forgiveness. Rejuvenate yourself and proceed with optimistic anticipation, for tomorrow, as with each day of your journey, my mercies will be perpetually renewed.